First question, Mike, goal in the stands. What's going through? What are you guys talking about in the huddle? I mean, especially in the fourth quarter, that last one.
What is on our mind?
Yeah, I mean, what's the conversation going on?
Well, we know what we had to do in that situation. They're down by 1 touchdown, and we came together as a defense. And we found the plays that we needed to make 4 in a row, and you can't ask for a better ending defensively to make that stand. So we just knew what we had to do. It was just execution, no matter where they are on the field.
Coach, what about the folks on the video as well, but about the penalties and miscues?
We turn it over. Didn't turn it over. We did. Oh yeah, he fumbled. Yeah, it's something that we harp on, and you can ask these guys. It's not like it's something where we say, "Hey guys, let's go out and see how many penalties we can commit today." We talked about it in practice. We talked about it in the meeting last night. We talked about it pregame. We talked about it in halftime. The ones that bug me are we refer to, unfortunately, as stupid penalties. Late hits. Things like that, unnecessary things that are within our control. There's some things where. In the speed of the game, there's going to be pass interferences, there's going to be holding. You've always got to put a limit or put a cap on those. But obviously, it's still way too many, and we address it every day, and it's something we really got to rectify moving forward. But at the end of the day, once again, we found a way to win. I think, like you said, the good things we did far outweigh the negatives penalties.
Ryan, at halftime, what changed? You guys had 1 touchdown in the first half, had 3. The second half, the offense seemed to want to flow.
I think we're a good second half team. You go back to last week too, put points up on the board. I think during practice, the one thing we always harp on is trying to finish the game. And I think the second half, even going to the fourth quarter, that's one thing that we harp on all the time is just finishing. And I think we made some good plays in the second half. We kind of got the run game going, which kind of helped us out a little bit. And then that opened up the pass game. And I think just moved down the field and got some points, and then 38 was a pretty good day for us. So.
CJ, did you feel like it was just a matter of time before you broke off a big run again?
Right. Well, Coach was always talking about stay patient. It'll work itself out all the time. We make adjustments, but we have to execute. That's what it comes down to. We have faith in the big guys up front, the line. Without those guys, none of it would be possible. So kept the faith, of course. It's a steady grind. Try to get forward. Eventually, we're committed to the run game. That's what we do. It's not what we pass. So not all the time. It's not going to get for a big play. Sometimes you might get not going to backfield, or you may just have to stick up in there, 3-yard game. But at the end of the day, it worked itself out. We weren't expecting to, probably lose fourth and inches, but it worked out for the better. So I'm happy about that. We put it on those guys. So got to get the run game going and stay patient, stay with it, and eventually that works out.
So, Coach, on that 4th and inches, how can you decide to go for it?
There was no hesitation. I knew we were going to get a yard. I didn't know we were going to get
45.
I knew we were going to get 44, but I knew we could get 1. I just felt the way that the flow of the game. And I thought I talked to them. We talked to them at halftime. That they were going to get the ball. We were going to force a 3 and out. We were going to get the ball. We were going to score a touchdown and make it 23-10. I know saying that to the kids in the locker room, and I just felt that in my mind. I said that to them. I told them that's what we were going to do, and I have the utmost confidence in our offensive line, our backs, and our tight ends to gain an inch in that situation. They showed why I have confidence in what they did.
How important is Patrick to this team?
Murray? He's already the kid's the best kicker in the country. There's not. The last drive. You get to the 40, you're going to give yourself. You get in the 40 range, you're going to give him a chance to make a kick. And, to me, there's no hesitation. If we're within range and, he says that he can make it, we're going to take a crack at the kick. So between his punts, his kickoffs, his field goal kicking, he's a triple threat, right? He can do it all. So we're very fortunate to have him. He helps us win the field position battle. He puts points on the board. And he's a captain. He has a great mentality. So, we're very fortunate to have players caliber on the team.
So, Mike, the boys run an up-tempo offense, just a few guys. Was that any kind of an advantage because, it's offense you see every day in practice?
Advantage, not sure, but we're definitely used to it. All of our practices are up tempo, So them coming out, trying to speed it up, it really doesn't affect us, too much. But it makes you have to be more assignment sound. Early we let them get off a little bit too much, but you got it together and make stops when you need to.
And the big thing is that, we go against ourselves in that tempo in spring ball and fall camp, and when you get into the season, you're going against a little team and going against the scouts. So I know our people who don't normally get a lot of credit, but they're doing a tremendous job for us this season as our scout teams, the guys who you don't see on the field, they don't get any kind of fanfare or acclaim, but they do a lot of dirty work in practice to help simulate the looks that our guys get. And, that's an imperative to helping us win football games as anything. So that just when you brought that up, it made me think of how good of a job our scout teams. They do an awesome job, and they deserve as much credit as you get.
Brian, you mentioned earlier. How did you rebound from that? I mean, coming back, I think we were like 24, 25-yard pass on the very next drive. I mean, how do you block that out of your mind and sort of just focus on it?
Well, as soon as I came off the sideline, I was a little down, obviously, but I knew my teammates were right there for me, and they just told me to keep my head up, and that's what I did. And I knew that next drive I was going to try and make it up. Higgins threw me the ball, and I caught it, and we were just doing our job. But for that kind of stuff, you got to rely on your teammates, and you got to know that they're right there behind you.
I have to quit talking to him right before the field. I told him, hey, make sure you catch the ball. I think that's the only time I've ever said something to him on the punt. So I'll leave you alone.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Coach, how much impact does the goal line stand from the 9-yard line stopping 7 plays have on the future of your team?
It had obviously a tremendous impact on this game. It's one of the reasons we won as a team. Our defense, when they needed to make a stop, they made a stop. We talked about that 60 minutes of football, one play at a time, with effort, with execution, and with finish. At the end of the day, that was one of our big themes this week was finish. The defense found a way to finish it, and we took an 8 at the end. So, and the other thing with what it means to this program, we're 4-2 after 6 games. We talked a little bit, as a team about leadership this week, and how these guys have an opportunity to change history for Fordham football. And, we've credited the seniors and the leaders and the guys on this team with setting this program on a course for greatness. I'm very proud of them, and they deserve all the credit.
Anything else? Great. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great night.